Hey! That's your book back there.
Oh, thanks. I'm Cindy.
Buddy.
Hey.
So, looks like we're gonna spend the weekend together.
Yeah.
You wanna get together and study or something?
Study?
That's kind of bad.
I'm sorry, buddy. You seem like a really nice guy, but I just got out of a really bad relationship, so I'm not quite ready to start dating yet.
Oh.
But hey, maybe we could be friends.
Sure. Yeah, cool. Then friends.
Okay. See you later, friend.
All right, pal. Smell you later.
Ahoy, tent pirates, plant parents, conscious consumers, and the morbidly curious. Welcome to Cultivation Conversation, a podcast for growers by growers. Come chat with our hosts, Captain Autoflower, the Real Green Monster, and myself, Girl Go Grow. Grab a bouquet of your favorite flowers, apparatus of choice, and don't forget the fire while I tell you about the special companies that help keep this ship afloat. We are busy people, and we demand the best for our plants, so all three of us automate our grows with Autopots. Available in over 63 countries, gravity-powered Autopot systems rely on no pumps, no timers, and no power to operate. This plant-driven automated watering is so precise, it will reduce consumption of feed while increasing yield. An effective and efficient way to delegate a little responsibility. Let your plants feed themselves. Use code CC10 at autopot-usa.com. If quality is the name of your game, look no further than AC Infinity. AC Infinity's grow tents, lights, accessories, and ventilation systems offer reliability and affordability along with total environmental control. Use code CULTIVATION on acinfinity.com to save even more. Frass Valley produces the highest quality superworm frass. Naturally strengthen your plants and enhance their resistance to pests and disease. Use code CC10 at frassvalley.com. We are big fans of mass hydroponics. Whether you're a local in Massachusetts or accessing their full online catalog, they are your one-stop shop for all of your growing needs. Use code CC10 at mass-hydro.com.
What is going on, everybody out there in podcast land?
Howdy, bitch.
Happy Tuesday. What up, guys? How you been?
We're hanging in there. Summer's winding down. It's kind of depressing, but I'm not gonna lie, I do like the fall. It's a nice time of the year. Football season, cooler temps, nice sleeping weather. It's one of those kind of rare times where you don't really need heat or air conditioning. So,
yeah, right. The growing is easiest this time of year.
I'm all for it.
The rain. There is so much rain in our shoulder seasons. That's
Well,
a pain.
Aside from having not seen the sun for like a week, because I don't know, we got some nor'easter shit going on around here already.
Hurricane or something.
Yeah. But
rain for days and days and days and days and days.
Yeah, a little dehue, turn the AC off. I shut the windows. We're just letting the grow kind of regulate itself at this point, which I always look forward to. So it's cool. It's literally cool. I mean, it feels really nice. Like 65 degrees out.
That's not, no.
Good, like Monsta said, good sleeping.
Sleeping, yes, but everything else. Give me back my son.
You can always add clothing if you're cold. You know what I mean? Like I get hot, and I can only get so naked for social acceptance, and then even then, like I mean, just if you're totally nude, that's not going to prevent you from being hot if it's hot outside.
It's way easier to warm up than it is to cool down.
Exactly.
I don't know. That cold gets inside my bones and doesn't leave.
Because you a cold-hearted bitch.
Yep. I need external temperatures to bring up my core.
She's like a Gila monster.
Like a chameleon.
Dude, those things are amazing. You ever seen what they can do?
A Gila monster, yeah.
Gila monster.
Pretty awesome. Pretty
Things
awesome
like mini
things.
dinosaurs.
Yeah,
They
definitely.
are.
One of the closer creatures on Earth, I imagine, that we have. Those in like Komodo dragons.
Yeah,
man.
Komodo dragons. Those are sick. I want one. If I could have one, I would. I'd have a big backyard and a Komodo dragon, and I would feed it cows and shit.
And little children who misbehave.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some crazy creatures, man. Like honestly, you ever watch like old crocodile hunter episode of
Dude, those things swallow cows whole.
yeah.
That
And they
thing's
have,
a
like-
dinosaur. I don't care what anyone says. It's a
have,
fucking
like,
dinosaur.
Like poisonous mucus, like saliva.
I think
Like,
it's that they have so much bacteria in their mouths that when they puncture the skin of the animal, it like takes them out. I don't think they're venomous. I could be wrong though.
I don't know. They get it's some like
bacteria laden.
yeah. They get very infected wounds if it bites for sure.
Good subreddit to follow if you're interested in this type of shit is Nature's fucking lit on
Yes,
Reddit.
I love that subreddit.
Yeah.
Great.
Some crazy shit.
It's some hardcore shit though sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Because I mean, nature is lit. There's also nature is metal.
Yeah.
If you're into the more like gory side of things, like if you really want to see the tiger catch its prey, like that's where you go. But
Yeah.
Hey, circle of life.
yeah, sure is, man. Well, what are you guys tooting on tonight?
G3, you first.
I actually have Pinot Noir tonight.
Pinto
Switching it up a little
Noir.
bit. A Pinto Noir.
It'll always be Pinto Noir to me from here on out. And for
Yeah.
those who don't know the joke, that is what Captain's wife called. No, I don't even know the name. Pinot Noir.
Yeah,
Pinot
yeah.
Noir.
It was so cute, man. I'll
just
never let
stuck.
it forget it though.
Yeah. Pinto Noir.
Pinto Noir.
Noir.
Just got the letters a little mixed up, you know.
Yeah, that's
Makes
all
me
right.
Think of a small horse or something.
But that's a great combo of, let's see, double grape and CDLC.
CDLC.
Yeah, all right, creme de la creme.
Oh,
She
those are two
does
heavy
have
hitters.
like somebody mentioned to me, or I read somewhere, somebody said that has like a very kind of like drunken body feel, and it definitely does. But she keeps my mind okay, so she's okay for shows.
Okay.
That old school mango is not gonna be a show.
Yeah,
No,
that'll be.
I'm trimming her right now, and she's taking forever. But yeah, my brain goes on walkabout with her. Goodbye.
A walkabout.
It's gone
And
for a while.
she's with the wallabies and the
Yep. Bye. See you later.
kangaroos and wallabies on a walkabout. Well,
Yeah.
anything that would give my brain a walkabout sounds like what I need, man. But I don't know. To each their own. I just like. I need to.
It is in my very
expand
nature
the
like
mind.
difficult for me to pay attention for long periods of time, and this is a rather long format show. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I start getting super fidgety by the end of this. I start like twisting and turning and stuff.
I thought that's just
if
because
I
we
have,
all have to
if I
pee
have
so
a
bad.
strain that like makes me even more absent-minded than that, like there's a good chance I'm just gonna get up and wander away.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
We don't want that. We want you to stay. So, well, thanks for keeping it regulated for us.
No worries. My pleasure.
Pinto Noir.
Correct medication at the correct time.
Hey. It's good shit. Some Pinto Noir.
Pinto Noir. Yeah,
What about you, Cap?
hopefully. When you can breathe again.
I just took a premature rip. I couldn't wait. Excuse me. Oh my God, one more. Pardon me. A nice full bong rip of that PB and Cray from Joint Custody, our friend. And again, that one like could have been a keeper in like another universe, you know, if I was like looking for something a little different. I mean, she really does have like it's an umami kind of a terp profile. Like I can't really put my finger on exactly what it is, but it's like if I close my eyes and I smell the jar, I'm like, yeah, that could be a big open jar of Jif. Chunky. Which I don't like for my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, by the way.
Once in a blue moon.
No, give me that smooth shit, man. Get the peanuts out. That's the whole fucking point of peanut butter. All right? Smooth or get the fuck out. Or creamy, as they call it, right?
Yeah, it's too hard to spread on bread. It comes out like fucking... It's like a paste. It's not even like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it'll tear some white bread apart, man.
Oh, yeah. It's just not good.
That chunky
Once in a while,
shit.
I don't mind it, but yeah, no. Give me the creamy, smooth peanut butter any day. Teddy. We have a Teddy peanut butter. It's the
Teddy,
shit.
yeah? That's the brand you guys got it?
Peanut butter?
Yep, it's all natural peanut butter. The only ingredients are peanuts and salt.
Ooh, the real shit.
Yeah.
The kind you gotta like stir because it separates.
I don't like that shit with added sugar and corn syrup and fucking bullshit.
Yeah. I get like I don't know, like Skippy Natural is my preferred peanut butter.
Wow. I'm like a Jif or get fucked kind of girl.
Nothing wrong with good old Jif, you know.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, like when I'm at somebody's house or you know, and I see it, I don't mind, you know how it's sweeter.
I won't taste it for it. I just nothing else tastes right to me.
Choosy moms, choose Jif.
Yeah, that old
Remember those commercials?
Commercial, old school. Well, yeah, Jif. I mean, Jif is great. I don't know. Did they offer like a natural one without like added
Probably,
sugar?
but I think they do.
I'll look for it. But regardless, this like nice umami, if I dare say, peanut butter terp profile, like is really nice. It hits you right behind the eyes. Like, you know, you took a hit right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the kind of like definitely potent. Gives me dry mouth too, like eating a big peanut butter sandwich would.
That's fun.
We're talking like this.
I like that, like multifaceted interactive high. That's fun, especially when you can link it back to that. Like, that's clever. I like it.
Interactive high.
It, you know, gets
like
you
multifacetedly interactive. It got on multiple levels, you know. You got
It's
like
one
not only
that-
does it smell like peanut butter, but it gives you dry mouth like peanut butter would. Like,
yeah. I mean,
Yes, love
it's
it.
the perfect name for it. Like, I mean, honestly. So yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, you could still get those on the site. PB and Cray. He may have actually put out like a new line with the peanut butter breath. I don't know. Go look at Joint site.
Just had a new drop.
Yeah. That's why I say and also our friend Big Green Guy released his Viking Feast line, I believe. So go check that out and
things are going quick. I think
Listen-
Strawberry Wedding
yeah.
and Forgetful Wedding is already gone.
holy shit. Well, you have a
Probably
chance
even
still of
more.
winning them all if you listen to those podcasts, all three. You got to do that.
Yep, all the words are out there. So go back and listen to ours,
Time is running out.
and then Crafting Cannabis and Your Average Grow.
Cool. Well, yeah, what do you got, Monster? Some, let me guess, pure Michigan rosin. Nope.
Anaphylaxis.
God damn.
Yeah. Anaphylaxis.
Nope. Lemon cava. Rosin.
Lemon cava.
We're kicking it old school.
I like it.
It's been a while.
He's got rosin of that?
Yeah. Keith rosin.
Nice, man.
It's dangerous, as you can tell.
Yeah, well, it's a little like harsher than your usual rosin, a little bit.
God damn. Shit just takes your lungs for a hostage, man.
Those are the best hits, dude. Best hits are the ones that literally take your breath away.
It's all lemon and gas, man. It's awesome.
Hell yeah. Well, that's got some peanut butter in it, right? Peanut butter breath lineage.
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck yeah. Hence the
Peanut butter
kava.
breath and black lemon cake.
Nice, dude. Yeah, that was a Biff one that didn't actually, like, you know, I don't think it's around. I don't think it's around anymore.
No, but I just got some pure Michigan lemon kava mix seeds. So
That sounds fun.
look out for that. Damn.
Fuck yeah.
Peanut butter lemon cake meat.
Sounds like a sandwich I want to
Yeah.
Yum.
eat. Yep. Just
You
give me a
gotta,
steak in between my peanut butter and jelly.
When you balance the umami with some other terp profile, it just adds an extra dimension. You know what I mean, G3? Like it's the difference of like eating a bite of sushi with or without soy sauce. You know what I
There's a
mean?
reason you have to add salts to
you-
cakes, otherwise
you have to add.
it doesn't work.
Yeah, you have to add that little element of like a funk. Any chef knows what I'm talking about. And where's Stoney at? He's got to be out there. I thought.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
saw him.
look, it's like adding like, you know, fish sauce to
Yeah,
shit you cook, you know what I mean? Or soy sauce or Worcestershire sauce. You know?
for sure.
They balance, everything balances it, you know, things out, brings out flavors.
I just think it's any kind of like fruit and funk or floral and funk. Like you just got to have the funk though, man. That slap bass. You know, you just got to
Like
have
all
it.
good things, it needs to be balanced, I believe.
Hey, this shit hits so hard it slaps your mama.
Truth. There he is, Stoney. Just a pinch. Just a little pinch is all you need, he says. I think Mary Poppins said that too, didn't she?
So it's funny, I got a quick little story about a pinch of salt.
Something like that.
So when you're brewing coffee, the tiniest pinch of salt in your grinds will make a better cup of coffee. I stand by that. If you put too much in, though, it's not good. So one day my father made coffee at the machine shop we were working at, and he put way too much in, and everybody's like, "Ben, this coffee is disgusting," you know? So the next day, the owner came in, and he made coffee with Parmesan cheese and didn't tell anybody. And my father went to go drink it. He's like, "This is terrible. It's the worst coffee I ever have. What'd you put in it?" He goes, "Parmesan cheese." You know, just be like, yeah, this is, you know, let's put random shit in coffee and see what people, you know, think. Because he had never heard of salt in coffee. So, and he knew my father, the guinea, likes Parmesan cheese. So, he thought it was funny.
That sounds like something an Italian would like. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Cappuccino and a Parmigiano.
I can assure you the two don't go well together.
No. Well, yeah. Before we go on, I just want to let it be known I am wearing a Taylor Swift shirt. I saw someone mention that in the chat. No, I'm not a Chiefs fan. You all know I'm an Eagles fan. The reason I'm wearing this Taylor Swift shirt is I'm sure everyone's fucking heard. It's like the news of the century that like she's dating Travis Kelce, right, from the Chiefs. They're like, or dating, or she went to his game. Doesn't, whatever that means. But the plan is, all right, because she's an Eagles fan. She's born and raised in Reading, Pennsylvania, okay, which is about an hour outside Philly. She's an Eagles fan. Her dad, big Eagles fan, okay? It's known. She actually sang the national anthem at Game 3 of the Phillies World Series championship. Did you know that? Little trivia for you, okay? The plan is she's going to date him until the Super Bowl and then humiliate him in a public breakup right before the game, thus rendering him emotionally crippled and unable to perform.
He's a tool with a capital T anyway. Have you ever
You're
listened to
suggesting
him?
she's a sleeper agent?
He talks like he's from the ghetto. And you listen to his brother, they're like they're like country boys, you know what I mean? One of them acts normal and one of them acts like a fucking pretend thug. Like he grew up in the mean streets. It just drives me nuts.
It's yet I haven't paid much attention to Travis. I'll admit. Like I get enough Kelsey living in Philly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His brother is like a legend around here. But like that's the plan. She's a sleeper agent. They're gonna play the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Yeah. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry.
We're going to get some great music out of it. That's all I care about.
But yeah, we're fucking news of the century, guys. Like what?
I'm so sick of hearing it. I can't even get it out of my feed on like anything. It's all over the place. Come on now.
Well, that's my take. But so I have also just random. I have a beer here, an IPA that is so fresh. Okay, like it was canned last Friday. Okay, so within a week, it's so fresh, and the hops were like also fresh when incorporated into the beer that I can taste the chlorophyll in this beer. Like chlorophyll, you know what I mean?
Chlorophyll.
It's really weird. I'm like drinking like the smell of like fresh plants. It's like
Do they cure hops before they use them?
So this is used cryogenically frozen hops when they were like basically flash frozen.
It's
like
fresh frozen.
Fresh frozen hops like you would make a live rosin with. Like true. Okay, so like isn't that weird? Like I didn't even make the equation until now. Using the cryogenically frozen hops is the equivalent of flash freezing your cannabis after harvest. So you can make a live rosin product. It's the same concept with beer. Like you flash freeze your hops at their freshest, which is immediately after you harvest, right? Because they're going to start to like degrade and the oils will get all fucked up, for lack of a better term. So you flash freeze them, then you use it to brew your beer. It's different. I don't know if I want to say it's better, but it's certainly different. But cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Not bad, different.
No, not bad. But it's very like it's intense almost. Kind of like it. I mean, I like plants.
Probably
I like that smell of vegetating plants. Which y'all know I happen to have a bunch right now. Big old tent of vegging plants that, man, I need to flip. Like, I'm going to flip after the show tonight, okay? That's my, like, I know I'll be gone. Hopefully they'll be in the tubs by the time I leave. That's my intent. Not like hang drying in a tent. So, gonna flip after the show. I got a lot I need to do. This is like the most, this is when you got to get ahead of schedule for flower, right? Especially as an organic grower. Like I know I need to top dress. I need to defoliate. I need to trellis. Well, actually, I'm going to use bamboo stakes and just kind of do that whole thing, but that takes time, labor. I'm going to have to do that. And most importantly, I'm going to have to foliar feed in this 3-week window.
You should ask Brandon Russ for some advice on how to foliar feed.
The foliar feeding. He's not the only one, man. I know.
The only other people that will say that are people that ride his dick and just double down or triple down
That is what bothers me. It doesn't bother to me when somebody mispronounces something, because often somebody learns a word by reading. They haven't heard it said properly. That's totally fine.
That's
but
a great
when you
point.
are corrected over and over and over and over again, saying you're not saying it correctly, that's a problem. That's like willful ignorance.
Yeah, I mean, dude, for a guy who is, he does spread a lot of knowledge, but
I think
certainly
he
not
also
in
spreads a
the
lot of misinformation, though.
grammatical department. Or don't listen to him if you're an English major.
I think he also spreads a lot of misinformation
Yeah.
to suit his agenda.
Just a little pseudoscience.
Yeah, like he says things so emphatically that like the average dope is just going to believe everything he says. So I mean, I still think he has a lot of good knowledge, and he's definitely, I think, an asset to the community in a lot of ways. But a little arrogant.
I will say I'm always wary of someone whose most often used solution to someone's problems is to like, oh, did you know I sell this product that you could buy to fix all these issues? Just
Facts.
that's my litmus test for things. Like if I can have a conversation with a grower about like addressing an issue without plugging my own product. Like that's what I call keeping it real. But whatever, teach their own.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, look, it's the language is right in front of you. The words are right in front of you. You can't, there's no vowel in between O and L. So it's not foil. It's foliage, foliar, foliage, foliar. It's right
like,
there.
And
it
relating
kills
it
me.
to your leaves and or foliage. So
Yes.
it's so easy. I don't know.
What is the country of
really
origin?
Bordering on spreading misinformation, and that just
could
is
you
not okay.
use it in a sentence, please? Yeah, no, I agree, guys. It's nails on a chalkboard to me too. It really is. But like, maybe he's just literally doing it to be a troll. I'm gonna have to assume like he's getting just a kick.
No,
out of
it's
being
just
a troll.
I've never heard him admit he's wrong on anything, so he's not gonna admit that he's wrong on this. So because he knows all.
Some people's like sniffing their own farts so much, like
yeah,
they can't smell.
Yeah,
smell
that's a great
nothing
analogy.
else.
Sniffing his own farts, 100%.
But well, despite all that, right? I do think that foliar feeding is one of the most. I mean, if you want to get ahead of the schedule for organic nutrition in your plant's life cycle, that's really one of the shortcuts. It's not like a be all end all. You can't fix every issue by doing a foliar feeding regimen, but like you can certainly correct deficiencies quickly.
Oh, much quicker.
A huge benefit.
To foil. Oh my god! I was almost gonna be saying it's much quicker to foliar feed than it is to try to correct the problem at the root. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're basically getting it directly into their lungs, right? So comparable to us smoking flower versus taking edibles. Edibles takes a shit ton longer.
It does. So yeah, that's a good way to analogize it. Like
I agree.
Plant taking a bong rip as opposed to eating an edible.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a lot longer to get it through the root.
That's why you got to do both.
We're all stoners. We all know what that difference is like. So now that's the difference between your plant like taking up from the soil, which it's not the perfect analogy because listen, guys, like I said, your soil, at least from an organic perspective, your soil needs to be balanced. That needs to be the main course. Okay. What we're doing when we foliar feed is we're just adding little bits, like filling the gaps, okay? Even
Correcting, usually. Foliar feed, like you don't do you do foliar feeding on a regular basis, just as part of your SOP, or
yes,
You do?
I'm going
I'm
to do it. I don't have any deficiencies right now. I don't know. I just posted a video. I mean, just transplanted 2.5, 3, pushing on 3 weeks ago. Fresh soil, big pots. The plants are loving life. They got that like lush, dark green, almost like blue hues in some spots. And like the new growth is just like vibrant spring green, I want to say, you know, like as it fades into that nice darker shade, like fucking beautiful. I love it. Love looking at the tent in this phase. It's one of my favorites, like late veg, just, man, plants are just like begging to be flipped. Like they're just like ready. They're ready to show sex. They're ready for sex, but we're still in the friend zone. That's where we're at right now. But they're going to show it real soon, I promise, guys. We're gonna, just a couple more dates. A couple more. But I guess that's what we could call it, right? Before, like, you know, I guess immediately after you flip and you're waiting for your plants to show sex, you're in the friend zone. Sex any minute. Just it's not. I don't know.
So are you
but,
foliar feeding in expectation of them getting super hungry during that stretch?
Yes. Yes, but again, I am convinced that my soil would provide all of the necessary nutrition that the plant is going to want, right? I'm not worried about deficiencies, okay? But what I am actually giving the plants is not NPK during this phase. It is like hormonal inputs, like kelp, okay? Like,
Brandon Russ wouldn't like that.
dude, fuck. Listen, it fucking works, dude. Like, any kind, right? Like, the, you can use NP, right? If you're gonna do NPK organics, like use some sort of like fish hydrolysate sort of thing, like just like water that down with like a
really water it down.
Yeah, really water it down.
You'll burn the shit out of your plants. You know.
Little kelp, a little bit of that, right? But I add so yeah, kelp, coconut water during this phase, very important. Aloe, again, like I don't just use it for germinating. They're all different. I don't know the exact science behind it, okay? But they're not exactly plant nutrients. They're just like
Supplements. Right?
Yeah, they're supplements. It's the same kind of concept as like doing like an enzymatic tea, okay? Is a really, really good thing to do at this phase too, like a sprouted seed tea. And I think he talked about that in one of his episodes, right? Big fan of doing that. Because the plant, the seed sprouts and it produces, oh God. Are you with me, guys?
Yeah, you're just lagging a little.
All right, we had a little turbulence on the video, sorry. The seed sprouts and it produces all these great things, you know, like necessary hormonal components to like sprout a seed, right? And we're going to harness all of that energy and we're going to put that into our plants. It's important shit. Honestly, like it fills a lot of gaps. It makes your plant have to work less during the time of its life that it's going to be working hard regardless.
Absolutely. Everybody should be foliar feeding, especially right before you flip. Another thing not to overlook, though, is IPM. I like to use sulfur, and this is one of the last times you can get that sulfur spray in. You definitely do not want to spray sulfur at all with any signs of flower. I promise you that. Please don't.
No, why not?
it'll affect the taste of your bud, 100%. If you have like any of those little pom poms and you spray with sulfur, it's a no.
Unless you really like those umami terps.
Yeah, yeah. So the first week or so, like every other day, I'll spray with sulfur just until I start to see some signs of flowering, and then I pull off. Just
Cool.
because it's like literally the most potent spray that you can have. You know what I mean?
Word.
In my opinion, and you can mix it with your foliar feed too.
Sulfur plus whatever you're foliar feeding, you can just right on. All right, word, man. Like, I mean, I'm thinking for organically, like what
Definitely,
could I grab?
something to add in there would be some Photo Plus. They love that bacteria.
Oh yeah. That's definitely going in any foliar feed that I do. Plus, right, they do make a nice humic acid product, okay? And that's another important element. Humic acid's going to like help deliver whatever it is that you put in your. So if you do put NPK in, it's going to help deliver it. Oh, like it is argued about whether it's, you know, a myth or not, about like you have to foliar feed when the stomata's closed, otherwise like it won't, or open. Like I don't think it matters. Like if you do it the right way, the plant's going to absorb it one way or another. It does it through a different mechanism. It's not even the stomatas. But that's beside the point. There's really, like, you know, a lot of science behind that. If you want to look into white papers, like I'm pretty sure the way they look at it now is the stomatas have jack shit to do with it. So just, again, like, take it or leave it, but if you're interested, look into it a bit. The humic acid helps deliver all that shit. Helps bring it in. So I use that like Nourish L. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's a good product
from Microbe Life Hydro. That'll go in any foliar feed I'm doing too. And another thing too, like, you know, guys, this is easy. You can use a sprayer you get at Walmart. This doesn't need to be hard. You know, like literally.
No, you
like,
can
just,
buy a basic pump sprayer at Walmart for like $10. They're pretty cheap. But I recommend a pump sprayer over a spray bottle, just because you're going to get more even coverage with less work on your end. And
Or you
literally,
get a mini fogger.
yeah, the Petra
for
mini
sure.
foggers are pretty
Listen,
cool.
if you want, there you go, G3. I'm glad you have
These
one.
things are amazing. Love them.
They are. They are. I have.
You do not
two.
necessarily have to purchase them from Petra, by the way.
No, they make like
You're trying to
off-brand
save
ones. That's badass. Well, regardless, it's a great product. What it does is it makes a nice even fog with like a small droplet. Droplet.
And your spray
Again,
goes a long way too. I've heard people like say, "Well, what are you going to do with that little bottle?" That shit lasts a long time because it uses the spray or the liquid you put in there so efficiently and allows you to get way more coverage with less product.
It's awesome. You can cover all your leaves without having them like dripping wet afterwards.
Great
You know,
product.
so it's coated, but it's not gonna like drown your plants through their leaves or end up causing some issues. It's great. I love it.
For $100 too. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong.
I have to agree. One of the best like things I've bought for my garden in a long time. I saw the ad and I immediately was like, I need that, and I got one, and I got another.
Yeah.
Actually, I got like their huge backpack thing too for my outdoor garden. But that, like, man, if I use that inside, that'd be another episode of like Tool Time with that. Actually, that sounds kind of funny. I'll spray my garden with like the HD 4000 fucking
I don't think
battery powered
it's overpowered as
jetpack
you think.
sprayer. It depends what setting you use, man. It
Yeah.
really, like, you can get a jet on that thing. But man, yeah, great product, G3. But like, guys, that's, as you get into this type of thing, once you see results from this practice, you'll want to do it more. Like once like you'll see results immediately. Like that's the thing. This stuff gets in there right away. You come back 12, 24 hours later, like you're going to see happier plants. You're going to see deficiencies starting to reverse course. Like it's almost like magic. You know what I mean? I don't know. So you're going to want to do it more. You're going to want to make it easier on yourself. But like start out with a fucking sprayer. You get it the dollar store. Little like Zap bottle that you can just like shake up. Put a little dish soap in with whatever you mix up, guys. Like just dilute the shit out of it, okay? That's my super scientific advice for you is just whatever you put in it, add 5 times as much tap water.
Yeah. That I would say like less than 10% strength of like if you're gonna put NPK in there, especially. Not much at all.
What your spray bottle should just consist of mostly water. And like
Yep.
we're talking about like if you're using synthetic ingredients, then like you're gonna want to use like measuring spoons, just a wee bit, But like yeah, I use the same for what I'm putting in, just a like eighth of a teaspoon of like of coconut powder,
Just a little bump, man. You know what I'm saying?
just a little bump. That's right. The plant come back
If
asking
you're
for,
using
"Oh, you
any
got
type
any
of
more?"
liquids, you should be using syringes to measure. If you're using dry amendments, then yes, absolutely. Measuring spoons, measuring cups, whatever works. But if you're using liquids, do yourself a favor and get some syringes.
Like the
Label
newt
them,
needle.
put Velcro on the side, stick them to what they're associated with.
Word.
Easy.
Or just like get a
Or
set
get a
of
label with a Sharpie.
10 of them from Amazon.
Yeah, I have a whole box.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well, yeah, I know. It's you don't have to be scientific about it. I just, my advice is to always dilute. You can add more. You can go back if you'll see the results. You'll go back, do another application, maybe add another scoop of coconut powder or something. Like the plants are gonna love it. The plants are gonna love it. I also do teas around this time. You can use like a microbe tea that you've brewed as a foliar feed. In that instance, what you're essentially doing is it's a form of IPM. Like you're colonizing the surface of the leaves with a good bacteria, not
Mycorrhiza is pointless on the in case people are wondering, it's the other bacteria that we're talking about that you'd find.
Yeah, it's like lactobacillus specifically will do wonders for this in a foliar feed.
Yep.
Like that'll kill anything that gets, like any kind of mold or like anything that lays eggs that doesn't like lactobacillus, man. So this is like, wow, what an exciting action-packed part of the grow right before you flip. And then for those first like couple weeks of flower.
Yeah.
Wow, it's fun. That's just kind of boring.
It is. I mean, it generally goes really smooth. 99% of the problems you have will be in flower. And veg can get kind of boring and dull.
Yeah, I as much as I like the green, I want to see some color, in the tent. I want to see what these things have to offer in flower finally. So
That's
yeah,
what we're here
guys,
for, the flowers. Show
it's
her how
happening
pretty you
after
are.
the show. Flipping
Exciting.
12/12. Boom. Got 11 full weeks. See what happens. But
Is that breeder rec is 11 weeks?
yep, these skunks and sours. Actually, the skunk might be 10, but all of them, I think, would benefit from a full 11. They all have like sour in the lineage, and if like that true, sour that used to be passed around, that everyone said it was 11 weeks.
As long as if it's known to be accurate, that's good. You're going to be cutting it real close. That's going to be exciting. Not stressful at all.
Action. Told you. And I'm gonna have it timed. Listen. I can't have everything. Unfortunately, like the way these are growing right now, I cannot wait another 2 weeks to flip. I can't. It has to be done. Like I was looking at
the roof off your tent.
I was looking at pictures, dude. Like I transplanted on September 9th. That was 17 days ago, okay? Not even 3 weeks. And like, I'll just have to post pictures. It's almost like miraculous how much the plants just explode. So.
And that longer flowering stuff, in my experience, too, stretches a lot in flower. Definitely more than double.
Yeah, I gotta flip.
Yeah.
Gotta do it. Fuck. So,
Yep.
yeah, it's, it has been written. It shall be done.
There you go.
Let's see. Do we have any questions there in the chat?
So not from the chat, but I have one of our newer members of the Discord, Big Jer, hit me up and was asking some questions about his ventilation. So he's got a little bit of a tricky situation where he needs more air to be moved, but he is in prohibition land and doesn't want to draw a ton of attention to his greenhouse. So I do have the solution for him.
This is a greenhouse outside?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's got some balls. He's growing illegally outdoors. So
in a greenhouse, huh? Word.
Yeah, definitely want to help. So
I
fly that pirate flag high, sir.
Absolutely, man. Fuck yeah.
It's a 6x8 greenhouse, he says, and he's got one of those. I don't know if you've seen them. It's the AC Infinity ventilation fans. They usually have like 2 4-inch fans with a grill, and that's what he's rocking right now. Definitely not enough to get the job done. And his question was if he should use that along with another either 4, 6, or 8-inch exhaust, and build some sort of box around it with a carbon filter. Definitely, I would recommend to get as much air in there as possible. And one of the things you can do to kind of mitigate the sound is AC Infinity makes those mufflers that go right on the outlet of your exhaust, and they work a lot now. With that being said, they do restrict airflow, so there's always a compromise. But if you get a bigger fan than you need, then you'll still have enough airflow moving through there. So what I would recommend you to do, big boy, is get at least a 6-inch, probably an 8-inch if you can afford it. Get the duct silencer and a carbon filter and get as much air moving through there as possible. You need a lot of air in these greenhouses. People underestimate that all the time. They think because they're outside, they don't need to worry about it. But look, the reality is you've basically formed a poorly insulated house, right? Think about like the glass, your drinking glass, your beer glass. Condensation forms on the outside. In this case, in the greenhouse, it's usually on the inside. And, that's a recipe for disaster without the proper airflow. So I know you can do it, but if you have any more questions, hit us up. Glad to help.
Yeah, right on. If there's one man who knows about ventilating greenhouses, that guy.
I ran into a lot of issues. So I have probably way more airflow than I need. I have 2 8-inch fans running constantly, 1 intake, 1 exhaust. And then I have 4 hurricane wall fans. And then I have 2 6-inch inline fans at the bottom of each row of plants, blowing air up via long duct with holes poked in it. So that's been good for me this year. That's the recipe for me.
So how many fans is
That's
that in one space?
So 2
Four
8-inch,
one space, what, like 6?
2 8-inch inlines, 2 6-inch
Yeah.
inlines,
Mhm.
and then 4
So 8.
hurricane wall fans. Yeah,
Fucking right.
thousands of CFM.
It you literally cannot have too much airflow.
Well, you can have wind burn, but I mean, as long as you're directing the airflow in the right path, not directly on the plants, no, you can't have enough.
Yeah, we can have too much air flowing, but you can't have too much air flow. Like
No,
we
you really
can have
can't.
too much velocity of the air that is flowing.
You just don't want it pointing directly at your plants, beating the shit
Yeah.
out of them. You know, you want them moving a little bit in the breeze, but you don't want to see them fucking struggling to stand, keep standing up.
It'll strengthen up the stems, man. Just a little bit of like
Childhood
just
trauma.
little resistance training,
And look, there is some truth to that. The resistance training basically with a fan, but you can only go so far, before they get wind burn, and then it's actually detrimental.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But yeah, airflow, man. That and a lot of times that solves 99% of the problems you'll face. Just add more airflow. If in doubt, do you think you have enough fans? Are you thinking to yourself, do I have enough fans in my tent right now? You don't have enough fans. If there's even a shred of doubt in your mind, add another fan. Do you have under the canopy airflow? Is it blowing up? One of the most important one of the most important points of airflow in your tent, in my opinion, is that air on the floor going up through the canopy, circulating everything in that sort of motion. So place a little fan on the floor of your tent, just pointing up. A little $10 gizmo from Target.
I like that ducting with the holes popped. Like that's really.
Oh, Monster, you're muted, man. You're muted.
So you plug the end of you run the ducting length of your space, you cap it off at the end, and then you just poke holes in the ducting running along the bottom to get that direct airflow.
Easy.
It is so easy, and it works really well.
Wait. What's going on? What are we doing?
She was asking about the airflow at the bottom of the greenhouse that I have. So I take inline fans,
Okay.
connect ducting to them, run the ducting the length of the greenhouse
Mm-hmm.
at the bottom of the plants, and then I poke holes in the ducting pointed at the plants. But it's important that you cap off the end, otherwise this really won't work, because all the air will go out
Gotcha.
the path of least resistance, which would be the big hole at the end.
Yeah.
So you just poke holes along the line of the ducting, pointing at the plant up. So that's how you get that airflow from the bottom up.
Oh man, that's nice. And then you
Just
can have it
that.
like one, like kind of going in, plants. Put one in between the row of plants, and you just, little.
Yeah, you can get
going.
as creative with it as you want.
That's cool.
It's air irrigation. It's so
Basically.
clever.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, air irrigation, man. It's exactly what it is. Fuck. sometimes you just, man, you're a good MacGyver, dude.
I just think of things and I
Come
see
up with
these
some
things in my
brilliant
head,
shit.
and I'm like, well, yeah, it works really well. Good way to get airflow at the
Nice.
bottom, which people overlook all the time.
Cool. Well, yeah. That would definitely be, like, got a couple extra inline fans laying around.
And it's
Go
cheap. Look,
for
I
it.
usually just buy no name inlines when I do this. Like you can buy a 6-inch inline fan that's a AC Infinity clone without a smart controller for like $40.
Nice. Well, that's badass, dude. Oh, you would just need one, right? And cap off the end, have one pushing into some ducting with the hole.
Depending on your setup, like my greenhouse is 2 rows, so one fan really wouldn't be enough air to do both rows.
Gotcha.
But like yeah, if you just have a small tent, like let's say a five by
Yeah,
five tent,
yeah.
and you know what I mean? Yeah. That's all you need is one.
Word. I do happen to have an extra inline fan laying around and some
Well, there you
ducting.
go.
I may make use of it now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, just go to the hardware store, buy a duct cap, slap it right on the end of that bitch, and then just poke some holes in the
Word.
ducting. Good to go. And in a pinch, I've put like a clamp on the end of the duct with like stuff it full of like an old T-shirt or something. I'll get you by if you don't have the duct.
Yeah,
cap.
that's what I was. That's where my mind was going. Like, shit, I didn't know they made like a specific tool to like cap ducting with. I was just like, I'll just
Yeah, it's just like it's like an
I'll
end
shove an
cap,
old
basically.
teddy bear in there. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know.
Just a bunch of old T-shirts. Yeah. But that's pretty badass, man. That's pretty badass. That would get air flowing in my tent, man. So, but yeah, no, that's cool. That's very cool. Thank you.
No
G3, what is going on in your garden? What's up? Between harvest, almost harvesting?
Yeah, all the hazes came down from the year average grow hazy summer grow along, so they're all chopped, drying, or trimmed in jars.
Gotcha.
And then I've got these 4 new babies that are all they're actually not babies anymore. They're like into flower. We're like 30, mid 20s to 30
there
days.
you go.
Yep. So Goondocks from Goonie Genetics, Sacred Watch from Outcast, A Strawberry Wedding from Big Green Guy, and Purple Pentarania from Elabrije.
Quite the variety.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
all over the place.
They say it's the spice of life.
Are they like? Can you see individual characteristics in them at this point?
They're all completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different from each other. Like Strawberry Wedding is super short with like a really thick stem. She's like a big wide dinner plate, and her symmetry is spot on, gorgeous. And then both Goondocks and Sacred Watch are like tall, but Goondocks is like kind of lanky, but in a good way. Like I know that when she hits that stretch, she's gonna strengthen up and she's gonna have all that space and airflow. It's gonna be great. And then Purple Pantarania is just gonna be like a little Christmas tree. She's so pretty. I love her. Great.
Little Christmas tree. Well, that'll line up for the holidays.
And she's supposed to be all piney too, so that's exactly why Elbrija was like, "You need to drop this now." So she's around for Christmas and Yule. I was like, "Okay, whatever you say."
Nice. And what's the Goondocks one? Right, that's like his "Hey You Guys" crossed with
something.
Forget what he's there.
I don't know, and I don't have it at hand.
He'll tell us.
Goonie, there he is.
I
Goonie,
will.
What cross with.
I got a tent full of autos coming. We'll do some Goondocks.
Yeah, I like her a lot. She's got a nice shape to her.
Smoky alien runts. Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Like it.
Hell yeah, dude. Crossed with that "Hey You Guys." All right.
Yeah, I thought I was
Cool.
gonna have like 3 girls and then Sacred Watch, but Goondocks is right up there with her. It's fun. We got a short girl and then a medium girl and then 2 big ones.
And just one more question, Goonie. Was that a photo to auto project, or like
That was I think it was a collab
was that already
with
an
somebody.
auto? Is it a, and also is this a reg, or like was this a fem seed?
I believe all his seeds are reg. Could be wrong.
Yeah?
I think it was a reg. I think
Yeah?
that was the only reg. I think all of the others were femmes.
So did you just pop one and you were just like, oh, just fingers crossed, hope it's a female?
Yeah.
Word.
That's how she rolls. She
Word.
can't kill seeds if one's a male. She doesn't want to have to do that.
Cool.
Correct.
There he is. The Smoky Alien Runts, which he says was by Smoke Smith Genetics. At Smoke Smith Genetics. It was an auto, and it is a reg collab with him, I imagine. Cool. I hope I got that right. Man, that sounds badass. I'm really excited to see that tent in particular, G3, so I want you to keep us all updated.
Mm-hmm. Please do.
Pleasure. I mean, I don't think
Cool.
you could avoid it.
I mean, you may think you're posting too much. I assure you, you're not. Like, I want to see him. Like, just in the morning, in the afternoon,
Noted.
then once again in the evening. Just, like some people on Instagram they're posting 8 times a day. You know what I mean? Like, I love my plants, but I don't know. I don't love them that much.
I can't even see my plants every day.
I know. Just like there's pictures every day, eight posts a day, all the time. Ah, man, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, sometimes it's a bit too much.
It's a lot of work.
If they love their girls that much, then go ahead and post as much as you want. I don't care.
Right.
It's not like I see everybody's stuff anyway. It's all ad.
Yeah, Instagram sucks now.
I know.
Not just now, but Instagram sucks. So, on a
It sure
positive
do.
note, I'd like to thank a couple of new Patreon supporters we have last couple weeks.
A word?
Yeah, one of them being
Let us know.
Brendan Lockhart out of
Brendan?
Canada.
Oh yeah, and he was like, "Yo, guys, you can use my name on the show. It's all good." Just
It's how he's got it on Patreon. So.
all right.
I mean, look, the reality of it is there's probably 7,000 Brendan Lockharts in the world.
I know.
Shout out
so
to,
many from Canada.
Yeah, that's true. So it might only be like 1,000 there. But shout out to Nerd Grows.
Nerd Grows. Oh, thanks, bud. Thanks.
Yeah,
he's been awesome in the Discord too. Like super funny guy.
Yeah, he's got a good sense of humor. Yeah, he fits in well.
I know. We love that, guys. Just
and
show up
active
with
as
your
well.
personality, sense of humor. Like start posting jokes. Start like making fun of existing members, man. We love all. There he is. What's up? I know. Sorry, my connection fucking blows. There he is.
Yep. It's because your wife's streaming Taylor Swift videos, isn't it?
I know. She must be.
Oh,
she must be. But
2 more.
So was that it? Those 2? All right.
Nope. 2 more. Shout out to Ronnie
Let's
G.
go.
And then shout out to an old member of the community who's been around. He's finally decided to jump on the Patreon train. PB Gross. Shout out to PB Gross.
Thanks, PB.
Word, PD. Thank you, dude. Thank you.
I think he's a
it means. I think you're right. It means the world to us, guys. Anytime you step up to the plate, join our Patreon, use our Autopot code, our Microbe Life Hydro code. We got a bunch of codes. AC Infinity code. Yeah, please. I'm sorry. I'm missing a bunch. I'm thinking on top of my head, but use our codes. That's what we got them there for. It helps us immensely. So, thank you guys. And really what is most important, though, is that you're listening. If you like to be a part of the community, come over to the Discord. Like, it's free. Like, you can literally show up there unannounced, like, knock on the door. We'll let you in. Just be like, yo, bro, what's up with my plant? Like, it looks sick. Post pictures at like 3 a.m. Someone will get back to you. It might take a few hours. Most of us are based in the, just saying. Like, we're a cool bunch, guys. And we look out for each other. So much appreciated. But I want to keep it. I want to sign off. Not just because my internet is shit tonight, but because we did a show on Friday, so it's only been a few days. So, you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
All right. Cool.
There's
cool.
a full moon Friday, by the way. I think it's Friday.
Oh, fuck.
It might be Thursday night. I'm not sure exactly what time it's full. Thursday night, Friday night, whatever. It's at zenith some point in between the two of them. So
that means plant your seeds.
Yeah,
right?
Moon water, Benson charger crystals.
Charge your crystals
all that.
And water.
Set intentions.
Is Mercury still in retrograde?
No, though she's freaking acting like it. No, not anymore. She's been off since the 15th, and she will not go back into retrograde until December. So
right around Christmas.
Because
awesome.
I've been blaming Mercury for weeks now, so I need to stop. Fuck.
You do. There are other planets still in retrograde, but they don't affect us as much as Mercury does.
All right. Noted.
Full moon coming on Friday, though, so you can blame shit on that. There you go.
Okay. I like it.
Well, cool, guys. Thank you for chilling with me. Thank you all in the chat for joining live. And until next time.